Hello science fans! Whether you're a coffee lover, a tea enthusiast, or just curious about what's in your favorite chocolate bar, you've probably heard of caffeine. But what exactly is this magical substance that so many people rely on every day? Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of caffeine, the natural chemical that powers up mornings and keeps millions of people energized across the globe. It's the reason so many of us reach for that first cup of coffee or tea to kickstart our day. Caffeine is found in coffee beans, tea leaves, and even cacao pods used for chocolate. It's also present in yerba mate, guarana berries, and cola nuts, which are used in some sodas and energy drinks. It's a stimulant, meaning it makes your brain and body more active. Caffeine can help you feel more awake, focused, and ready to tackle whatever comes your way, whether it's a big test, a work project, or a morning workout. Billions of people drink coffee, tea, soda, or energy drinks every day to feel more alert. It's a daily ritual for many, and it's woven into routines all over the world, from bustling cities to quiet villages. But have you ever wondered why plants make caffeine in the first place? It's not just for our benefit. Plants have their own reasons for producing this powerful chemical. It's actually a defense tool. Caffeine can be toxic to insects and helps plants survive. By making their leaves and seeds less tasty or even dangerous to pests, plants protect themselves from being eaten. Some flowers even use caffeine to help bees remember them, boosting pollination. This clever trick means bees are more likely to return, helping the plant reproduce and thrive. So when you sip your coffee or tea, you're enjoying a plant's clever survival trick, one that's been evolving for millions of years. Caffeine is woven into cultures worldwide, from busy coffee shops in New York to quiet tea ceremonies in Japan. It brings people together, sparks conversations, and fuels creativity. It's a simple chemical, but its effects on our bodies are complex and fascinating. Scientists are still discovering new ways caffeine interacts with our brains and bodies. Next, let's see what happens when caffeine enters your body. How does it wake you up and keep you going? The science behind it is truly amazing. Get ready for some science magic. Let's follow caffeine's journey and discover what makes it such a powerful part of our daily lives. Here's what happens next. Take a sip of coffee, and you're setting off a fascinating chain reaction inside your body. That warm, comforting drink is more than just a morning ritual. It's the start of a rapid scientific journey. As soon as the coffee touches your lips, caffeine's journey begins, instantly, racing through your digestive system with impressive speed. Within minutes, it's absorbed through your stomach and small intestine, slipping effortlessly into your bloodstream, ready to travel wherever it's needed. Caffeine is a tiny molecule, so your body doesn't have to work hard to break it down. This means it can get to work almost immediately without any complicated processing. That's why you often feel its effects so quickly. Sometimes in as little as 15 minutes after your first sip, you might notice a subtle shift in your energy. Once in your blood, caffeine travels to every organ in your body, but it's especially interested in reaching your brain, where it can really make a difference. The brain is protected by the blood-brain barrier, a tough security guard that blocks most substances from getting in. Most molecules are stopped at the gate, but caffeine is special. It slips right past this barrier, almost like it has a VIP pass. This quick access is the secret behind caffeine's rapid effects. It doesn't waste any time getting to where it needs to be. In less than an hour, caffeine is already changing how you feel, sharpening your senses, and boosting your mood. There are no long waits or detours, just a direct, high-speed route straight to your brain's control center, ready to get to work. Now, caffeine is poised to work its magic, preparing to spark a wave of alertness and focus. It's about to interact with the very chemicals that control your alertness, energy, and even your mood. The stage is set for caffeine's main trick, one that will fool your brain into feeling more awake and alive. Let's take a closer look at how caffeine pulls off this clever illusion, transforming your mental state in just moments. Here's where the real action begins, inside your brain, where caffeine's effects truly come to life. Once caffeine enters your brain, it begins its most impressive illusion, disguising itself as a molecule called adenosine. This clever mimicry is the secret behind caffeine's energizing effects, and it all starts at the microscopic level, deep within your brain's chemistry. Adenosine is a natural chemical that gradually builds up in your brain as you go about your day. The more you think, move, and work, the more adenosine accumulates, making you feel increasingly tired and ready for rest. Normally, Adenosine fits into special receptors in your brain, like a key fitting into a lock. When enough adenosine connects with these receptors, your brain gets the unmistakable time to rest signal, urging you to slow down and recharge. But caffeine's molecular shape is so similar to adenosine that it can slip right into those same receptors, fooling your brain into thinking nothing's changed. Here's the twist. Caffeine is a master imposter. It blocks the adenosine receptors without actually activating them, so you don't feel sleepy, even though your brain is still producing adenosine in the background. With caffeine occupying those spots, the real adenosine can't deliver its tired message. As a result, you feel more awake, alert, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. It's important to remember, though, that caffeine doesn't actually create new energy. Instead, it simply blocks your brain from receiving the signals that tell you you're tired. The fatigue is still there, just hidden for a while. That's why when the caffeine eventually wears off, you might suddenly feel a wave of exhaustion. The tiredness was always present, just masked by caffeine's trickery. While caffeine is blocking adenosine, it also allows other important brain chemicals, like dopamine and norepinephrine, to flow more freely. These chemicals are responsible for boosting your mood, sharpening your focus, and increasing your sense of motivation. Dopamine, often called the feel-good neurotransmitter, helps you stay motivated and focused on tasks. Norepinephrine, on the other hand, heightens your alertness and helps you react quickly to new information. So, caffeine doesn't just block sleepiness, it also enhances your mood, sharpens your concentration, and helps you feel more positive and productive. It's a clever two-for-one effect. You feel less tired and more motivated at the same time, making caffeine a favorite tool for early mornings and long work days. That's why, after a cup of coffee, you might feel sharper, happier, and ready to tackle whatever challenges the day brings. But caffeine's influence doesn't stop at your brain. Its effects ripple throughout your entire body, impacting everything from your heart rate to your muscles. It sets off a chain reaction, increasing your heart rate, boosting adrenaline, and even making you feel more physically energized and alert. So, the next time you reach for your favorite caffeinated drink, remember, there's a lot more happening beneath the surface than just a quick pick-me-up. The story of caffeine in your body gets even more fascinating as we dig deeper. Let's explore how caffeine energizes your whole system and why it's such a powerful part of so many people's daily routines. Caffeine's brain trick triggers a full-body response. Your brain signals your adrenal glands to release adrenaline, the get-ready hormone. This makes your heart beat faster, raises blood pressure, and releases sugar for quick energy. Athletes sometimes use caffeine for this performance boost. Your pupils may dilate, and blood flow shifts to your muscles. Caffeine also affects your stomach, increasing acid and speeding up digestion. That's why coffee can lead to a bathroom trip. It acts as a mild diuretic, making your kidneys produce more urine. So, you might need more restroom breaks after a big coffee. Remember to stay hydrated if you drink a lot of caffeine. Every part of your body feels the buzz. But what happens if you use caffeine every day? Let's talk about tolerance and withdrawal. Drink caffeine regularly, and your brain adapts. It builds more adenosine receptors to get the tired signals through. This is tolerance. Soon your usual cup doesn't feel as strong, so you need more for the same effect. If you suddenly stop, all those extra receptors flood your brain with tiredness. That's caffeine withdrawal, headaches, sluggishness, and irritability. Symptoms start within a day and fade after about a week as your brain resets. Your body is just rebalancing itself. Tolerance and withdrawal are your brain's way of adapting. But how much caffeine is too much? Let's find the safe spot. Caffeine is best enjoyed in moderation. For most adults, up to 400 milligrams a day is considered safe. That's about 4 cups of coffee. Too much can cause jitters, anxiety, a racing heart, or an upset stomach. Some people are more sensitive and feel these effects with less caffeine. Genetics, body weight, and habits all play a role. Rarely, extremely high doses can be dangerous, but that's usually from concentrated powders or pills. For most, the main risk is discomfort, not toxicity. Pay attention to all sources: coffee, tea, soda, energy drinks, chocolate, even some medicines. Listen to your body and stay in the safe zone. Moderation is key, but there's one more thing to consider: sleep. Caffeine's biggest impact? Your sleep. It can linger in your body for hours, half of it still active 5 to 6 hours after you drink it. That afternoon coffee might keep you up at night. Even if you fall asleep, caffeine can reduce deep, restorative sleep. This can leave you tired the next day, starting a cycle of more caffeine and less sleep. Experts suggest stopping caffeine at least 6 to 8 hours before bedtime. That gives your body time to clear it out and lets adenosine do its job. Caffeine is a powerful tool. Use it wisely. Understand how it works, and you can enjoy the boost without losing sleep. Science is everywhere, even in your morning cup. Thanks for joining us on this caffeinated journey. Stay curious, and see you next time.